Well, howdy, and welcome back here to episode 21 on the amazing map of Alma as we are progressing along. And of course, the big thing we're going to talk about here in this episode is the poll results. But before we do that, let's talk about this alfalfa field. Now, in the last episode, we got it all mowed and we have everything laid out in rows here. And as we mentioned, we're no longer going to be doing alfalfa hay for the sheep. We're just going to do straight up grass and alfalfa to feed them because that's all they need. And we don't need hay for our cows because we are going to be feeding them silage. So what we're going to focus on is at first here is just getting this field all picked up, loaded into the forage wagon. We'll give some to the sheep. Now, as we don't have any place to store it, we will store it in the wagon, whatever's left over. But now the big thing is the farm way over there in the distance to the left of the BGA. You can kind of see the BGA over there with the white dome. So it's just to the left of that. But the poll results, and what the big winner is, we're going to buy the farm we built and convert it to a let's play with a pretty large 59% of the vote. So we will convert this style to the format we have been doing the last couple of episodes of a sort of let's play, but it's kind of a let's play, but we have a lot of plans. So it's not just, pick it up and see what happens type thing. But so once we finish this field up, we will take out our loan. We're going to buy the farm, and then we will head over there and talk about some of the plans we have because, I already got a bunch of plans going on, and I can't wait to get started on that. So let me focus on this field here and get it all done, and then we will move on to our next project. All right, that is all the headlands done. So what we're going to do here before we tackle the rest of the field is I'm going to take this alfalfa over here and go ahead and give this to the sheep now. Well, it's mainly because I kind of just realized something that I should not have started with the alfalfa field. Because I kind of forgot we have a grass field as well that needs to be mowed. So if you remember in the last couple episodes from last week, we bought a brand new grass field in addition to that wheat field. It was kind of an impulse buy, kind of went out of the plans a little bit there, and I kind of also didn't take note of that when I finished up that episode and put it in my notes. So what we need to do is we need to go mow that grass field and get it collected and pick it up with our forage wagon and transfer it over to our silage production. And so the reason we need to do that before we do the alfalfa field is, well, our sheep pen is basically full and we have no place to store the alfalfa except this trailer, but we need this trailer to haul all the grass over from the field to the silage production. So before we do the alfalfa, we got to do the grass. So let me pull up here, and what we're going to do is we're going to grab one of the tractors and head over there, get that field mowed and all picked up, and then we will head back to the alfalfa. So let me see here. Now, one thing you'll probably notice, let's turn the lights on so we can see, is there is a lot of space in here. And we got our JCB sorted in here, and we have tons of room for more equipment, which is going to become important. Now, you're probably the one thing that I also did is, besides moving the JCB here, is I also put away the slurry tanker, but I didn't want to put it in there because it's enclosed space, and there's the stuff in there. So we moved the slurry tanker over here because it has a flow through for air. I just didn't want to have like a manure or slurry spreader in an enclosed space. Just didn't seem smart. I don't know if it matters. Could just be me. But for the mowers, do we want to? You know what? We're going to use the Fendt because I think the Fendt feels a little left out. Because we use the Class for everything, and this Fendt is an awesome tractor, and we don't really use it enough. So we're going to use the Fendt today. Plus, also it kind of matches the green better. There's that too. So let me get this mower picked up here. Let's grab the front one. And I do love this mower setup. We just got it, and It works really well. It's part of the new premium DLC, and yeah, I am very impressed with it. So let me get this on a follow me, and we will head over to our new grass field and get it all mowed. All right, where to start looking at it? I think down here on this edge is the best place. Normally I have this all planned out ahead of time and everything, laid out, but nope, I forgot to notate I bought this field. So let me get the courseplay created and we will get it started. All right, courseplay is all laid in and we are ready to go here. So let me press this button here, which turns both mowers on for me, and this one lowers both of them. There we go. Awesome. I love some dashboard. All right, let's get lined up here, and let's change this to first waypoint and press play. So there we go. They're off. Now let me stop the worker here from the follow me. So what we're gonna do is I will just go along here and pick up the grass. I'll just do it manually. No point in doing a course play for this or follow me, anything like that. It just gives me something to do while we're going through and getting this mode. Now I just noticed the grass texture is different. You've probably noticed that too, and I actually didn't realize I had changed it. I was messing around with the different crop textures, just having some fun, checking some stuff out, and there's some pretty amazing ones, like Bullet Bill's, his textures for his crops are amazing, and I have got those in here. But I didn't remember doing the grass ones. I thought about it, but I don't remember doing it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or not. It is different, and I'm not sure if I like it or not. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you think we should keep this grass texture or revert it back. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I like it. It's sort of growing on me a little bit as I progress here, but yeah, I'm not sure. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you think, if we should keep this or revert it back. And I'm going to continue on here. We'll get this field all mowed up and get all the grass collected up so we can get it over to our silage production to make a bunch of silage. And then we will head back over to the alfalfa field. All right, and after this we will be on the last row, and the worker is doing a weird turn. Maybe taking a little bit of a scenic route there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, this will be the last row here, and it got me thinking as I'm finishing up here that we still don't have a grass roller. So I know when we were mowing our grass field last time, I mentioned we need to get a grass roller, but we weren't going to do it then. We're going to do it next time on that field back there behind us. When we mow it next. Then I bought this field, so we're kind of gonna buy the grass roller now because it provides a really significant advantage for grass fields. So we're just about done here, and Elizabeth is done. All right, let me hop up here real quick. Get this out of the way. We'll get this up here on the road out of the way, then we'll pick up the rest of the grass and take it over to our silage production. Just grab this here real quick. But yeah, so we're gonna make it. Oh yeah, we are. Okay. I was not paying attention either, and our forage wagon is basically filled up, which is awesome. That means this is a perfect size field for this forage wagon. So let me get this follow me here, and we will start heading back to the farm. But yeah, anyways, so grass roller, I was talking about before, they add a very significant advantage to your grass fields. Not so much if you're using precision farming, because you lose the fertilizer bonus that they're supposed to give. But when you're not using precision farming, which we're not in this right now on this series, so when you're not using precision farming and in grass fields, if you use the grass roller, it gives you a free layer of fertilizer. So when you're not using precision farming and you mow the grass field, it takes 50% of the fertilizer out of the ground. So that gets you from 100% down to 50%. While doing a grass roller does one application of fertilizer, which adds 50%. So that gets you back up to 100% for basically free. In addition to that, the grass roller, which this also is applied to precision farming, when you do that, it actually, with a grass roller, it advances the grass to the next growth stage. So that in the course of a year, you get a free cut, well, one extra cut of grass from your grass fields. So it's using the grass roller is a very, very good thing to do in grass fields, especially if not using precision farming. Let me see, can I get this turned around in here? I should have come through this door. Let me see if I open it up, and I may need that space to make the turn. Whoa, whoops. Here we go. All right, so let me get this parked away here, and then we're gonna drop this off, and then we will head over, drop the grass over into our silage production, and then we're gonna head into town and, well, pick up the grass roller, because yeah, we need it now, and I really don't want to spend money on fertilizer if I can avoid it. And we are over here at the silage production. Let me get this looped around here and backed up so we can start unloading our grass. And we have, well, almost 240,000 liters from that field. Yes, this is an unreal capacity trailer, but for the sake of content, I think it works great. Now, I'm just curious about these fields here. So I think they're about the same size. That's 10 acres. This is 11.7. But there's some wasted land here on 4. So those trees up there. So I think this is about the same size of field. So we pretty much doubled our the amount of grass we're going to get with each year. So that's going to help out a lot, because I think we were getting pretty close to not making enough to keep our cows fed, especially with the addition of the new farm. So let me get this turned on here so we can start make sure the methane and digestate are both on selling, and they are. And awesome. So we're going to make a bunch of silage from that, and that will be awesome. That will keep our cows fed, especially as we continue to expand here. So let me head back to the farm. We will get this back out into our alfalfa field and get all of that picked up. And then we're going to store that in the trailer for now. And then after that, we're going to head into town. All right, with this, we are all done with the alfalfa. This is our last row here. So we got it all picked up, and we've actually got quite a bit done so far. We have gotten the grass field mowed and all picked up, delivered to the silage bunker way over there in the distance. You can kind of see it. And then we got our alfalfa all picked up. We already gave a lot to the sheep. We're gonna go ahead and check it real quick. How much room do we have? These doors opened up, and what was that number? 380, 323. So just under 57,000 liters left. We have 156. So when we're done with the sheep here, we will have right around 100,000 liters left over. And as I mentioned before, we have no place to store the alfalfa, so we're gonna have to keep it stored in the trailer, and we'll just park the trailer into our barn. Okay, so that's it all right there. And yep, we ended up with just under 100,000 liters left over. So we're gonna park this in here because that provides cover so it doesn't get damaged by the rain. Plus there's a little bit of a breeze coming through here with the doors open, so that will keep the a nice little bit airflow for that. Now let me check the cows here, and they are all well fed. They got straw bedding and they are happy. And we already know from the last episode, we checked on the cows this morning and, in game time, they were all happy over there as well. So we're going to head over here because we need to get the grass roller. So let's grab one of these tractors. I really want to use the JCB more, but those dually wide tires do make trips into town very hard. So we're going to stick with the Fint for this episode. It's kind of our theme tractor, evidently. So we'll head into town. We're going to buy the grass roller, although we'll probably lease it because we're trying to save money right now for, big purchase coming. And then we will roll the grass field. And then after that, I think we will be able to move on to the big purchase that I'm really excited about that we're waiting for here. All right, let me just pull up here on this guy's lawn here. He won't mind because we're gonna pick up our equipment down there. So good place to park, I think. So. That's all that matters. So let me head in the store here and get a grass roller, and then we will head back to the farm. All right, so that was only $1,632 to lease it, and it is only $32,000 to buy it. I almost did, but I want to, we need as much money in the bank as possible because we do have a lot to buy. Oh, there's a lot of flour over there. We might have to look into that because if they're all filled up and not producing, that's not good. So let's pull over here real quick and check out our flour production to see. And they do still have room, but they're at almost 52,000 liters out of 60,000 liters. So they're almost at capacity. So let's check our time saving. And it looks like, wow, January is the best time to sell. Is there any months coming up that are close? So let's scroll down here and see flour. And so it looks like June might be a good month. So that's next month, I believe. So we might sell off some of our flour in the next month here. So that will probably be in the next episode as we kind of move through June and July in the next episode. So I think we're going to do is we will take a risk, and hopefully June does get up to around that price. I really hope it does, because if we can get $157,000, that would be huge. Really huge. Let me just double check here. Where is our bakery? So we have our wheat flour, and yeah, because we're almost at capacity now. So let me scroll up here. Here's the bakery, and they are not quite at capacity. So what I might do is actually, I'm going to do that. Let's go back down here to our grain mill, and I'm going to change this over to distributing. So what that'll do is it'll keep the bakery all filled up, and then whatever's left over, when we come to sell it, we'll just go ahead and sell whatever here plus whatever in our grain mill. Because the bakery is totally filled up, and it's going to take them a very, very long time to go through all of that flour. So that's the plan for our next episode. We are going to have a big sell-off. Now, for this episode, let's get back to our grass field and get it all rolled, and then we're going to take out our loan and buy the new farm. And we are back over here at the grass field, so let me get this unfolded here, and I'm just going to go ahead and do this myself. We won't bother doing a course play or work. So actually, let me clear the course play we had from doing the mowing there. There we go. So yeah, I was going to do it myself. Now, one thing I will say, if you're doing grass rolling, I highly recommend getting some modded ones, because To be totally honest, the base game grass rollers kind of suck. I mean, they're not badly designed like that. It's just that they are designed for really small grass fields, like really, really small. And if you're having any type of cows, if you're using your grass for making, food for your cows, odds are you don't have a small grass field, because it takes a lot of grass to feed your animals. So that's always been kind of a little complaint of mine. Is I really hope they address that in Farm Sim 25, which will hopefully be coming out by the end of this year. Fingers crossed. Is I hope we have more diversity of equipment, and as far as small, medium, and large equipment, as well as not just all newer equipment. I love older equipment, but it is so hard to find good quality older equipment in this game. We have some modders that do amazing jobs, but I would also like to see more from Giants too. Well, let me know in the comments what you think, any ideas you have for the FS25. So, but then for now, I'm going to focus on getting this field all rolled, and then we will move on to the big finale. And this is the last bit of grass to roll here. And we're gonna hit it all in one pass. It's getting wider at this end. I think, yes, we are good. We're good. All right, that is the last bit of grass here. So let's get this roller all folded up here, and we're gonna head back to the farm because the big purchase. It's time for to make our big purchase. So we'll head back to the farm, take out our loan, and then we're gonna drive all the way from our current farm all the way down there to the new farm, and way up there in the distance you can kind of see it there, and get it purchased. And this grass field looks really good. Just making me think, did I forget to write anything else down? Because I forgot to write this grass field down in my notes that we bought it, and now I'm kind of worried, did I forget to write anything else down in my notes? I don't think I did, but hopefully not. But let's head back to the farm. We're going to take our loan, and then we'll make the big purchase of our new farm, which I am really excited about. Just getting this backed up in here. It's a bit of a tight fit, but I think this is a great place to park a roller right next to our mulcher. There we go. Got it all the way back. Whoops, got all the way back here. Let me just get pulled out of here. So let's go ahead and get our tractor parked. And I need to also get a weeder too. I forgot about that, but it is on my list. But we'll take care of that in a future episode, because the weeder is something we're going to buy once after we do some planting, which won't be for a few months. So we can hold off on buying that for now. All right, so first thing up is we need to head over here, and then we're going to take out our loan. So let's hop into the menu here real quick and go to our loan system here. Now, as you can see, we do have a current loan of 450,000 was the current start loan, and we have 407,000 left on that, plus those other 3 loans, which are all paid off now. So we've actually made a lot of progress on paying off loans, but we're about ready to totally offset that. We have 2,091,000 left. So we're going to take out $2 million, which is a lot more than we're going to spend on the farm. So this is 2 million. Yes. Okay. And can I do 50 years? I want to go as long as I can. I think 50 years is the max. Yes, we can, which gives us a $7,364 monthly payment. I want to keep that low. My goal is we're going to pay off this loan within 5 in-game years. I really hope so. That's my goal. Hopefully we smash that goal and we do it in a couple of years, but I want to, that's kind of a realistic goal, because, part of this series we have to do is we have to get the $5 million in the bank. We also have to be debt free. So this is going to definitely put a challenge and prolong this series, which I'm okay with because this map is amazing. But yeah, so we have our loan, and like I mentioned, the reason we're taking out more than what we need is because we have some upgrades I want to do. And I'm driving over here is my sunroof is closed. Why is my sunroof closed? I want to be able to look up at the beautiful sky. Let me see here. That's the hitch. I'm moving the wrong thing. Oh, here we go. I found it. There we go. Get this opened up. There we go. This is an important thing, you know. I have to be able to look up and enjoy the beautiful sky as we're driving along. I know, totally distracting, and yeah, I know we're delaying the inevitable here. We just need to get over to the farm. So let's head down here. We'll head over to our farm and make the big purchase. All right, we are pulling up here, and this is the field on the left here is part of the farm, and I have some plans for that, but we won't talk about that field right now. Ooh, there goes the train. We'll wait for the train to go by, because a fight between me and the train wins. But yeah, there is some plans I have for that field, and it does connect into the farm through the little passage there underneath the tracks. But we will talk about the plans for that field here a little bit later. Yeah. So we are here. So first thing up is we need to buy the lands. And there is, let's see, go to the screen here. So let me get all these lands here. So I'm going to start with this one here. So yeah, that's 204,000. Here's basically 163,000, 452,000 almost. Another 86,000, 87,000. This one is only 66,500. And then this little small piece here is 21,000. So we have all the land now. So we need to get that field 9s at some point here to connect it all up. But anyways, we have our land. And now another part of this is we did a build on top of that. So we're going to need to take out some additional money for that as well. And I'm kind of excited about this. I mean, we just bought a bunch of land and we didn't quite double the amount of land we have, but we added a bunch. All right, now regarding the buildings here. So I'm going to use the easy dev tools here to go ahead and remove our additional money. And let me see, I wrote this down here with the difference of what it costs. I think, well, I wrote down 300,000, but I don't think that's wrong. Let me just do the math here. It's 400,000. I wrote it down wrong. So we're going to go with 400,000. So that leaves us with $787,000 left in the bank. And we are going to need that because there are a couple of upgrades, changes to this farm I want to make. Now, overall, I mean, the farm is absolutely perfect. It's beautiful. I mean, I built it specifically for myself and more or less. However, the plans I had for this farm is not what we're using it for now. So there's going to be a couple of changes we're going to make. And also I did want to mention too, in the, drive-through we did on here, these are canola fields, and I said that all 3 fields were canola. Well, I was wrong because these 2 are canola, but this field 21 here is actually oats. And they all kind of look the same when you're driving right next to them, but yeah, it's not canola, it's oats. And they use that for straw for the animals. And of course we have our alfalfa field, which is over there, and it is ready to go. We're not going to worry about that right now. That might be in the next episode. We'll do some more mowing, but as I mentioned, we don't have any place to store alfalfa, so we might hold off on mowing that field until we address that issue. Because that is a kind of a big thing we have to deal with here. Is we need some place to store the alfalfa. Now, regarding the changes we're going to make on this farm, they're not huge. It's just they kind of make sense based on what the farm was built for and what we're going to be using it for. One of the major thing is this area up here with the farmhouse, the garage and all that. We are actually going to take that out because we already have a farmhouse. We don't need 2 farmhouses. So we will take that out there. We'll probably put something here and eventually. We also do have 3 bale sheds. There's that one here, and then let's head down here because we don't need 3 bale sheds either. I I should have grabbed the truck instead of running around. That would be much quicker, but we're almost here. So we also have this bale shed here. It's a really awesome bale shed, but again, we have the three. We have that one up there, this one here. We don't need this many bale sheds in here for what we're going to be doing on this farm. So with the replacement of that, you know, we have an area here between this and where the house is, where we can put something in place of, which we'll talk about here in a moment. But here is the other bale shed, which this one we're going to keep because it's part of the cow barn, and this is the only one we need, is that one there. So we're going to take out both bale sheds. Just head over here, back up here, and we'll go over here to the other one, and we'll replace all of this because here's what we want to do. And I'm actually really kind of sad about taking out this bale shed because I love this one. I've used it in a lot of series I've done. If you've watched some of my different series, this bale shed keeps getting used a lot because it is amazing job from MA7. Anyways, some of the stuff we want to put in is on this farm here. I want to put in a chicken pen. In addition to that, we need to put a production in for the canola so that we can make our canola from that. And then I also want to leave room for a additional production that I want to put in on this farm as well. I'm not sure which one of these three spaces. The chicken pen will probably end up being where this bale shed is, and we might put the canola production down there by the other bale shed, and then maybe something up here by this house. But we have three spots basically, and we have three items I want to put on the farm. So we will figure it out when we do the rebuild or the upgrades at some point. We will figure all of that out. Before we head back to our farm though, I do want to go over here and talk about that field a little bit. But first, let's head over here to the orchards, because we have greenhouses now, so we can actually use these, and we may as well start using them because we own the land now. So let's start earning some money back from these as well. And these actually already are loaded up with water and manure, so they are ready to go. So let's look at these productions here real quick. So we can make lemon, orange, pineapple, and apples from this one here. The other one is tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, and pumpkins. Now these are set up with see the little Y there? That means they are a shared production. So the cycles are shared across. So if you activate multiple items, it reduces the production rate you get. They don't run in parallel. So we only want to do one item. So the big question is going to be, what makes the most money? Lemon, orange, pineapple, or apples? I don't know. So that's a hard question. I think we're going to go ahead and turn on the pumpkins though for this one, but the other one I am not sure of. Have you noticed I mentioned that the Y? Well, these ones have the two like eyes or two lines. That means they run in parallel. That means we can have multiple items and it does not affect the productivity of those items. So this one we're going to do pumpkins. Now this greenhouse here, I need to look at and figure out what makes the most money between lemon, orange, pineapple, and apples. So to do that, we're going to head up here to prices and scroll down until we find our stuff. Oh, we can make juices. Actually, oh yeah, that's the production I want to add to this farm is the juice factory from Celobuki, which, he did an absolutely amazing job on this map, but there's some more productions hidden that are not added. So looking at the prices here, I think pineapple has the highest prices, but lemon, orange, and apples are all the same exact price, with pineapple being a whole lot more. And we have the juices as well, but that production won't be happening for a little while. So what you look and see here is the cycles per month and the results. So they're all 1440 cycles per month, and they all produce 4 end results. The major difference is the pineapple takes twice as much water and manure. Now, we have tons of water. Water's not an issue. And we have tons of cows who make plenty of manure. So manure is also not an issue. So that's a no-brainer. We are going to make pineapple because they all make the same amount, and the pineapple is worth almost twice as much. So that's what we're going to be growing there. All right. So we got that up and running. That will help, and help start making some money back. Now over here through a little underpass or overpass, depending on where you're at. If you're on top, I guess it's an overpass. If you're going through, it's an underpass. Who knows? One or the other. But we have this little field here. I do have a plan for this. It's going to be really awesome, but I'm not going to tell you because I'm evil. But no, it's kind of a surprise, and I'm still kind of working on it, but we're going to do a little build here at some point. And also at some point we are going to get this BGA because it's worth a lot of, I mean, it's very expensive, but you can make a lot of money off of that. And that, if you remember, I mentioned in the last episode that we want to get to a place where we are better off making more silage than we need so we can sell it. Well, selling silage straight up is okay money. I mean, it's pretty good money actually, but it's okay money. However, if you own a BGA and process the silage through there, you make a lot of money. You can also process manure and slurry, which we do have a lot of manure, and we're going to have a lot of excess of it. Same with slurry. So that will provide us a huge revenue source if we can eventually get that BGA. But that will take a while because it is very expensive. But for now, we're going to arrive back here at the farm, and we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit longer than normal, but we got a lot done. And yeah, so I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure and hit that like button. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I really hope to see you out on the farm.